And we are live.
Okay.
Hi.
So I wanted to kick off tonight with something that I'm very excited about. We like to kick off the calls first with recognition. So this person I've been a little fangirling over. I love your posts. I am inspired by you. I'm in awe of you, and I'm excited to get to know you better. Shannon, you've been killing it on the social media game. You've been vulnerable. You've been raw. You've been to the point of like, this is me and this is what this has done for me and this is what it can do for you. You have to be willing to do the work, and I love it. It's spot on. And I think what that's going to do for you, because it already is attract the right person to your business who is hardworking and maybe has been through struggles similar or different, but is willing and driven to go for it. And so major props, girl. And on that note, I'm starting something brand new, and my very first diamond intern will be Shannon. So congratulations. I can't wait to work one-on-one with you and get your little booty to diamond and beyond.
That makes me so excited. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yay. I forgot that you are launching and rolling.
I'm rolling.
Rolling. Well, that's exciting. And agreed. I feel like, so one little thing I was going to touch on, I told you guys I paid for that training. And so I finished like my one-on-one with him yesterday. And he kind of ripped me apart a little bit on my fitness page. In a good way, I think, in a way that made me think. But if anything, he gave me a lot of takeaways that like I feel like are valuable lessons to learn. And some of the things he said was like, a lot of times as fitness person, we come off like we know things and we have all this motivation and whatever, but sometimes it then seems like we've already arrived versus bringing people along on the struggle. And like, every day isn't perfect. Every day has a struggle piece. And not to say that you have to be a Debbie Downer every single day. And I feel like what Beachbody, it pushes me to always kind of bring myself out of the funk, right? Because like, I don't want to live there, and I tell people not to live there, but he's like, I feel like you need to be more than fitness and figuring out what that is for you. So just, I don't really think I feel like I'm more than fitness, but I also, my life is sort of fit. Like I teach, like that's just what I do. So it's hard for me to like think outside that box. And then the other thing he said was the power of referral is something that will control your business very quickly. And he said that the book, Endless Sales Machine and Building a Story Brand not Endless Sales Machine, Building a Story Brand are crucial to helping you learn how to build your story. And not that has nothing to do with referrals, but as far as referrals go, when someone is committed, the best thing you can do for them is say, hey, like if you have a sister or a friend or someone you want to bring on this journey with you, you're going to be that much more likely to succeed because you have that extra accountability. And I couldn't agree more. I feel like when I signed up, I brought 22 friends, and that's why I hit Success Club 56 or whatever it was, because I brought them all. I was like, everybody's going to do 21 Day Fix with me, and we all did 21 Day Fix. Now that obviously is a rare case, but I feel like that there is so much power in referral, and we all have that friend. Like when someone announces a concert and we love that concert, we have no issues being like, hey, come to Coldplay with me, and it's $150. Why we can do the same thing for their health, which is like long-term benefit. So I thought that was, I feel like it's a little bit gutsy, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt, it doesn't ever hurt you. So just those were two little nuggets that I learned yesterday.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So how do you go about, I know you talked about like choosing one platform or the other, and I've noticed that I've kind of gotten away in my personal Facebook page, but I still get some business from there just because I built it up for the last 2 years, and I'm trying to move more towards Instagram. How do you go about doing Instagram with your power hours and like tracking who you talk to and like
do you go about it, like looking at hashtags to find like new people? Because I've definitely found a few new really awesome people that actually I really jive with, just even as friends if they never signed up. I just want to know what the most efficient way was to keep track of that, so it's not like you're sitting here for 2 hours like looking at stuff, when that's not realistic for everyone that's not doing this full time.
No, totally. Andy, maybe you have. I'm still like, I'm still working on my invites.
I'll be totally honest. I have been trying to get consistent with Instagram for about 8 months now, and I cannot seem that I'm consistent with it. But I have recently been checking out Jen Richardson because she tends to be the Instagram queen, and she plays the follow and follow game. Now, as far as tracking, I know that she uses Google Streak. And I actually just posted in my team page yesterday, I think, a Google Streak 15-minute, like, down and dirty with Melanie Mitro. And I thought, if Melanie's using Google Streak, it's free, and she's really good at what she does. Maybe I should pay attention to this. So I shared that. So she talks about in that video, she tracks IG, she tracks her Facebook, she tracks all of her customers and potential customers through Google Streak. So specifically for tracking, I would look into that. I downloaded it and I started mine, but I literally just did that yesterday. So I'm not an expert on it. But back to what Jen Richardson does is she basically follows hashtags. So she will do her homework on which hashtags to follow first, so that you're not just wasting your time and you're not just spending all day scrolling. First, she uses that website, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I can post it in the team page. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, feel free to call. It's a hashtag website. Yes.
Display purpose.
Display purpose. Thank you. You put in like boy mom. And instead of just the hashtag boy mom, which has millions of things, it'll give you all these other ideas, right? So then she goes to one of those ones that has a smaller following. I think she recommended 50 to 100,000 on that hashtag is like a good number to look for. And then go to the hashtag, make sure it's not flooded with coaches, first of all. And second of all, do those people look like the people you want on your team? And do those people look like the people that you typically attract as challengers? If the answer is yes, then that's a good hashtag. So then when you sit down in your power hour, you go to straight, you're not scrolling around, dilly-dallying, you go into that hashtag and you're looking for those people. And I've heard it done two ways, where then you follow them first and you form and you know, comment and like and do that for a few days, and hopefully they start seeing your stuff and doing the same, and then invite. And then there's also a lot of coaches right now that are really on the I'm going to cold message people and I don't care, and I'm signing hundreds of coaches a day. So not a day, a month. I exaggerate a little bit, but there are a lot of coaches right now, I feel like I'm hearing it every day, who are killing it in the cold invite way. And I think that is something that everybody has to decide what they're comfortable with individually, because I know there's a lot of people who are like, no, I'm never doing that. And then there's other people who are like, I could get comfortable and bold with that. Because if you look at it like you have something to offer, and if they ignore you or say, no, who cares, you don't know them, then whatever. But if it puts you in a negative space of like, I don't want to be spamming people or just messaging people who I don't know, then maybe it's not for you. But those would be the two routes I would take with Instagram. And like I said, I can't say that I've been super consistent. When I have been sending more of the cold messages specifically to my team, I have been getting a surprisingly good response of people at least saying they want more information. And I'll be entirely honest, I need to work on how I'm converting them from there. I feel like I'm losing people because then I'm saying, hey, jump over here to Facebook and get into our sneak peek. So I'm working on an email that I've been saying I'm going to do for 3 weeks, as Kimberly knows. Just a quick video of myself saying it. What's that?
I'm not laughing at you. I just am with you. I've been saying I've been doing a lot of things for a lot of weeks.
But if I could figure out 5 seconds of my life to do this, this is what I would do based on what I've been gathering in my homework, maybe homework, is I would cold message people that are your people and say, hey, I've been watching you. I've been following you. Your photos are awesome. Your social media is great. I help people with their health and fitness for a living. Is that a business you'd ever be interested in? Or however you would say that. When they say yes, and then I say, would you be interested in hearing more information? That's where I get people. A lot of times they're saying, yes, I'd be interested. From there, I would have an email of yourself with a quick video, 15 minutes, quick down and dirty of your story and snippets of what coaching is and debunking myths all in one fell swoop, like a 15 minutes, this is me, whatever. So that you can get their email address. First of all, when they say they're interested, you say, okay, great. Can I send you a quick email? Then you have their email to track in Google Streak or paper or whatever. And you're taking it out of Instagram, which is another key that I'm hearing from people who are doing this well, is get it out of Instagram on another way that you can talk to these people. Then, of course, follow up. Did you watch the video? Blah, blah, blah. So, sorry, I'm trying to touch that. She's losing.
No, I think that's good. I think the biggest thing I would say is, because I feel like I'm going, like I have a lot of Facebook like page and Instagram, and I spend a lot of time, and I'm a cold messenger, which is kind of surprising to me. But I heard once that, like, if you have the backing, like if you have the backing in your social media and they can head over there and they can see the kind of person you are, and you're being transparent in live videos, and you're not like all this, like always like this perfect together, you know, just this like package, and you never really seem salesy, that when you come from a cold message, they may even ignore it the first time, but that doesn't mean that they're going anywhere. And so I feel like I quickly became a cold messenger. And I feel like it's done a lot of good for my business. I sold 2 challenge packs today from just like, hey, what do you do? What do you got going? And they're like, oh, you know, what are you doing? Oh, can I join? Sure. You know, and like, it ends up being very casual. And so I feel like as long as you're being transparent about who you are and you're being real, a cold message isn't actually that it's not that cold. Do you know what I mean? Because they know you. And so I feel like, back to your point of tracking, right now I'm trying to just go through my actual followers and like either unfollow them and get them on my list, or message them and let's see if they're even people that I like want to hang with. And I should probably be tracking that. Like I should probably have some sort of spreadsheet and write that down. Cause I watched part of the Melanie Mitro video that she's talking about. And she's like, if you're still writing it down on paper and pen, like you're never going to grow. I was like, that's so rude. But really,
I love paper and pen.
I know, me too. But I mean, imagine at her capacity, like, well, you know, obviously a little different, but I can only imagine how many people on a day-to-day basis she's talking to. I mean, she isn't number 1 anymore, so maybe not that many. No, just kidding. But yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
You can
What
go ahead.
what day is the 80 days to the holidays starting?
Prep week will start the day after Labor Day.
Prep week will.
Yeah, so the 6th, the 4th. Prep week will start on the 4th. And I think it carries us through right till December. I'm actually kind of excited. I think I'm going to try to take it on.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
I feel like
I just love that program.
I know.
The workouts are so long, but I love it so much.
You know what else? Because I'm taking that group, like Megan's in that. Oh, she's not here anymore. Maybe she is. Is her down here? No, Letty's in that group. I'm taking there's probably like 20 of them going through it right now, and they did it right through summer. And if you think about it, summer is probably harder to stay on track nutrition wise. And the whole time I've just been like, you know what, you guys, it's grace and move forward. Like, you still had a great summer, but look at your body pre-summer to right now. Like, you still have amazing results, because that program, I don't care who you are and unless you're like eating McDonald's every single day of your life, you're going to see results and you're going to come out feeling like you're a badass. Like I feel like that there's something to be said about carrying that persona through the holidays that will be so life-giving to everybody around you. You know what I mean? So no, I just think it's kind of a cool idea to have. Yeah. It won't be perfect. You'll have to like go in knowing that. But
the thing is that it's just going to boost your confidence through the holidays. I mean, even if you're not, it's same with the summer. Like, even if you're not on track and you're not like following Time Nutrition to a T, like, listen, I didn't follow Time Nutrition to a T the first go round. I was pretty close, but not, I mean, I had my pretzels. And I got pretty amazing results. So it's like,
totally.
if you just stick to your like five holidays or whatever, you're not going to like totally.
You're not going to derail yourself. No, you really won't. Especially if you're like eating the right things in the time, like you're doing like, because I feel like most people start the day strong in 80-day obsession. It's like, okay, nighttime's here. What screw up am I going to make? Well, let's say you decide like you're going to like a cocktail party. Okay, so you have 2 cocktails and you still eat your vegetables and your protein. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're going to make much better decisions than you would if you weren't on the program.
And learn like the lifestyle. Because if you can do 80-day obsession through the holidays, like you're setting yourself up for a lifestyle.
You are. You really are. But yeah, I didn't know how excited I was until I went live in there today. And I was like, oh my gosh, I like am really excited about this freaking program.
Watching your video, I was like, I have to do it.
I want to do it. I know. I'm like, okay, clearly I should do this program and or just always only talk about it. Because golly.
Because Shift Shop is the only the new and improved Shift Shop is the only thing happening before Shanti's new program in January, right? If I remember correctly.
October, November, it comes out, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, except for Lift 4 is available to everyone, but.
Yes. Yeah. Which I was thinking about that, and I'm like, I wonder if that's like, do you run another group right when it goes live as well?
I will, because I will be 6 weeks, hopefully, unless this child takes forever, postpartum, and I fully want to start that program then.
Yeah, no, you absolutely should. Yeah, it'll be kind of a hard postpartum workout right out of the gate. Although I imagine you'll get cleared before 6 weeks anyway. Sorry, rule breaker over here. What was your question, Jen? You had one.
Do you find it weird, because I know you like have like an Instagram message that you like send to people and like a Facebook message you've talked about in other videos. Mm-hmm. Do you find it weird to just copy and paste and send it to like 1 million people?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. I feel like it's again, like it's general enough, but like I would say I don't always hear back from people. I mean, gosh, I barely hear back from a lot of them. If I find that I have something a little more to say to a particular person, then I'll say something. But no, I haven't. And I feel like it helps me touch more people. If anything, lately, the response is like, oh my gosh, like, that's so great that you would invite me to this. I'm like, wow, really? You're so nice. You and 25 other people got the same message.
Would you mind maybe making like a document on our team page about what invites you send?
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah.
Just because
I go back and forth in Facebook land. I used to send, and I recently just changed this up because Andy and I were talking about it, but I used to send the link to the informational group like right out of the gate. That was like my first introduction to the person. And we both decided it was kind of salesy. However, I will say that it gets people into the group, because at least they would, even if they ignored me, they'd get in the group. So I'm like, okay, so I'm cold messaging you anyway. And if you're not responding, but then you're at least getting in the group and you're going to hear about it. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to change anything, but that is kind of a thought.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out a way that's like more economical with my time.
Well, that's me. I mean, I just can't. And and the shortcuts in the keyboard are like life-changing.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds life-changing.
Well, like, for example, if I go to my like page right now, okay, that's my like page. I know you can't really see it. And I go to activity and it says I have 9 new likes, okay? So I go to these things and I say, Andrea Diffenbacher. She looks so nice. So I'm going to send her a message and I just type like page and it makes it's this, hey girl, thanks for liking my fitness page. I'm obsessed with helping other women find freedom in their health. I truly believe it helps every area. Let me know if I can help you reach any goals that you might have. I run monthly groups and currently I have enrollment open. Would love to have you join us. Either way, let me know. Here for you. And I hit send. And all I had to do is type like page. So you can see how fast I could send 9 of those.
Well,
like,
yeah, but how do you get that? Like,
go to you go to settings and you go to general and you go to keyboard and you go to text replacement. It looks like you can never see on the thing. I don't know why I'm trying. And then you just type, there's a little plus sign in the right hand corner.
Oh, wow.
You could change. So say you're someone who always says like, I don't know, you have like some long saying, or maybe you wanted to end every text message with some like weird Bible verse or something. I don't know, just throwing it out there. You could literally put that in and then you just type that one little short word. And I could literally even change it to like something even faster than like page. But I made one for like page, IG coach, and IG challenge.
Oh, wow, that's really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. It wasn't my idea. I saw it somewhere.
Well,
I don't remember who, but I was like, this is life changing. Thank you. How do these, because I'm assuming Kate Morgan, who sends 75 messages a day, she's got something going. You know, she's typing like page or whatever, and it's sending mass messages.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
you guys. A few years ago when I started, I feel like the cold messaging was not the way to go. It was all about finding friends of friends, forming the relationship, waiting till you felt it out, and then inviting. But now with so many people on social media selling something, things have just changed. And I have always been a big proponent of learning from people who are doing this better than me. I think I say that on every team call. And everybody I hear about, I'm so sorry. Corbin.
Can't wait.
And muted. I know what she's going to say. But you know what, Shannon, I feel like this goes in your post the other night. Like prime, like where you messaged the girl and she's like, I know why you're messaging me, you know, and it just to like sell me something, blah, 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 blah. I will agree that with your warm market, it is harder. Sending, and not to say that you were trying to sell them, you know, you were trying to like whatever. But I feel like they're so much more quick to judge you than, which is so weird because I feel like they should know you better than anybody. But again, it's their insecurity. It had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with her. You know?
Well, that's the crazy part was actually I didn't really know her. Like we were acquaintances in high school.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where I started my cold market was adding friends of my family because okay, they know of me, so maybe they'll be more receptive, right? Like they don't know me, but they know of me. So she was just like on my sister's friend list and I had added her and we had been like interacting on it. I had been interacting on her posts. So it wasn't like she thought I only added her for that. Like I had been liking her stuff and commenting. And when I did reach out and send her the same message that I send to everyone else, because I do that copy paste. Yep. And yeah, that was the response I got. I was just blown away. I feel like she's a rare breed and that doesn't really happen all the time.
I don't think that happens all the time. No, I don't.
She was awful.
I mean, I cold message a lot, especially because Instagram is my platform. Like I have a Facebook page and I've gotten a few people, but I only just funnel from Instagram to Facebook. I don't put any new content on Facebook. And so I'm cold message on Instagram all the time. And over the last 5 months, I've only gotten one person who's been like real mean. I've had some like not nice people, but only one person in 5 months who was like, got real personal. And I didn't even know her, like not at all, like a total stranger. So I don't think I encourage everyone to keep it up because like you just have to let it roll off because it's 1 in a million.
So this is just a side note, Anna, but I follow Ashley Molstead, who I just find absolutely hilarious. And she did an Instagram story and showed the message of some girl named Becky that like essentially said the C word, said she was a fucking ugly bitch. Like she literally like read the whole thing out. And she's like, Becky, I'm like really sorry that you feel this way. That really says a whole lot about you and not a lot about me, but we're going to block you. And it was just really funny. And she like kind of made like light of like a really crappy situation, but also showed the skepticism behind, you know, like business and kind of what the call talked about this morning about addressing those publicly.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the negative stuff you do get is almost like ammo to your fire. I feel like it's like awesome. Like the time, like when you get, you know, Shakeology's a protein shake or it's just an expensive protein shake. I'm like, yes, tell me more. Tell me all the things so I can use this tomorrow. Tell me about how you think I'm a scam or whatever, you know, like it's because they could just use it. It's all ammo to your, you know, to your fire. And makes you more real, ultimately. But yeah.
I got my first, like, this is a pyramid scheme friggin' message today. I sent the same message I sent to everyone. I was like, oh, would you be interested in more information? She's like, yeah, sure. And sent her a message and I was like, have you heard of Beachbody before? And she goes, yeah, from about 100 of you selling that pyramid bullshit. And I was like, sorry about the misconceptions you've heard. I'd love to tell you more about what it's actually like, but if you're not interested, I totally understand.
Bye. Yeah. I mean, I had them. I thought it was, you know, I didn't get it. I mean, people are valid in like thinking, you think one way until you're proven otherwise, you know?
Well, and the other thing that I'm realizing, and Maggie, I don't know how old this person was, but there's like this generation that there's like there were pyramid schemes and now there's MLMs, right? Which on paper kind of look the same at a certain age group see them the same way. And so it's interesting finding your people because I feel like most millennials, like younger, not the old millennials, not the 1982 millennials who still do believe in pyramid schemes. They're not old, but it is interesting to find your people who are like okay with MLMs because everyone is doing it. Like that's how you buy everything. Like literally, other than Amazon, I almost like that is how you buy everything. And so it is just kind of changing the culture of like online buying. Right. And it is like finding your market and your people who really are used to MLMs.
Yeah, because I was messaging Sasha earlier because when I like got the message and I was like, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't like. I'm 24, but I had never heard of a pyramid scheme before. I was like, I don't even understand what this is. So I Googled like multi-level marketing or something. And what sucks is that if you Google multi-level marketing, what happens is like also known as network marketing or pyramid marketing. And so it just adds fuel to the fire for people, I think. But
well, because it is a pyramid. I mean, you look at it and then you tell people like, oh, well, and then you add people to your pyramid and you make money off of the people. You know, I mean, it is. In essence, it is the physical look of it is a pyramid. However, it has, you can be better than every single person, which is what pyramids were. People were not getting paid. They were, you know, getting capped out and they could never go above their person. And the person up top was making all the money. I mean, it's just, you can't do that anymore. People, they got, yeah. But I know it is unfortunate.
Well, and like it's pretty. I mean, so I follow Amy Rada. She's like Happy, Healthy, Humble, and I think she's number 5 right now. But like she's higher than her coach, Jamie Innes. Like she, you know, like you can make this as much as you want it to be. So
Yeah, no, you absolutely can. But it is an unfortunate question. Yes.
Also, just a plug, if anyone has people for a 2B mindset group, I'm running one starting, it opens like Friday and will officially start on Monday. And I have, also it's kind of a selfish plug because I might need some help with the group. So if anyone has people that they want to put in it, I only have, I think, 2 or 3. So just a little plug.
Yeah. I will tell you a little feedback we recently got for 2B Mindset, which I feel like is helpful. It was not great, and it didn't come on the greatest day to top off my yesterday. But I had a challenger who I just added, and she, the last 2 months we've run these groups, we've always, people can include their sweaty selfie because there's a workout button. We still give you points for like using the workout button for your food, but I feel like the group that jumped in this go around is like a lot of people who have been through it, and now they're in a workout program, but they're adding in 2B, so they're of course using it as their sweaty selfie. And she basically she was like, I don't want anything to do with this group, can you please take me out of it? And I was like, oh gosh, sure, what's going on? And she's like, I just wasn't anticipating sweaty selfies. Like I'll get there, but like I want the nutrition. I want to know like what I want that to be the premise. And I was like, no, and I had brought this up to Andy recently. Like, I feel like we kind of need to like tone in the workout part of it, because I don't want people to feel like if someone's coming in there and they want nothing to do with working out, we kind of talk that you don't have to. There is zero part of this that has to make you work out. So we recently kind of, so I sent a message to the whole 2B group minus this girl, and basically just said, hey, listen, like, sorry, we didn't like break down the rules. And it worked well because the people were newer. And I just said, as far as your workouts go, like, don't even worry about sharing those. You can add them to like your end of day recap when you add in your food that you're eating, because taking pictures of your food every day is the most important part of this group, so that we know how to help you best if you hit a roadblock. So use that workout plus sign for your food collage. Don't worry about adding your physical workout, but you absolutely can tell us that you did extra credit when you recap your day. But as far as like the rest of it goes, just, we don't need to, I didn't say you don't need to see your sweaty selfie, but in essence I did. So just so you know, for future 2B groups, because it was shocking to me, although not at all, because I completely see where she's coming from,
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I missed a little bit. I had to go drop off chicken to football practice. But
chicken?
they're having a potluck, and so I'm like sitting in the car, and I saw all the parents bringing all the food, and so I like ran off to go drop off the chicken. Yeah.
I thought you were calling your son chicken.
No.
No. Got it.
I had a thought, and I know we've talked about it before, and I think it comes at a good time with Andy, at least, doing the Miracle Morning again. But so many coaches that I follow, I follow like a team, basically. So I follow a couple of their coaches. And they are top coaches, and they always do this like Miracle Morning Zoom. They have it open all the time. I don't know exactly how they do it, but it's open to challengers and coaches. And some people do their like Miracle Morning during that time. Some people are doing their workout. Some people are reading PD. But it's just like a place that is every day where people just log on for accountability. And I've always wanted to incorporate that. But is that like way harder than I'm thinking? Is anyone interested in like doing like as a team, like a Miracle Morning Zoom that's always kind of on? But I don't know. Like, I don't ever ask them like, hey, what happens if like no one shows up to your Zoom? Like, is it even, I don't know how it works. I just see that they're doing it.
So basically you're on video, but you're not really talking?
Right. Like,
because Miracle Morning is very, in my opinion, it's like a very personal time. Like it's, like you're setting your affirmations for the day. You're like writing, you're journaling, you're praying, you're meditating. I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing. You're doing that. Plus maybe you're doing a power hour, because I know that's when a lot of coaches do their power hour. Yeah. And if you're so is it just kind of like accountability?
Yeah. So like she'll show it, and she'll be like, oh, I'm on with my girls, and some of her girls are on their like on the Zoom and they're like working out in the background, and some of them are like working at a desk and they're not showing what they're doing, but it's just a place where everyone's like, I don't know, I guess it's just for added accountability. But I just feel like as far as challenge, the problem or the reason why I'm coming up to this again is because so many of my challengers and people that I've talked to that won't become challengers, the reason is because they want to work out with me. They want to work out live, like, you know, they want someone dragging them there, which I obviously can't do. And I don't want to spread myself so thin that I'm like, oh, let's meet up once a week then to like 5 people, because then I'm still doing that. And so I just thought this would be a place where, like, you know, we could have like, oh, even if it's just a couple days a week, like we're going to work out together at this time as a team, as a like group, whatever, and incorporate that into like what we do.
I do know that there are a lot of teams do live workouts. That is a big part of it, because it does add that extra level of accountability for people to just be able to like log on and know that that's happening. I'd be willing to try. I mean, it's just one more step in really just logging on and doing your workout. Anna, didn't you guys do a live workout recently?
Yeah, so I put it out for my challenge group.
Challengers.
We did it for our challenge group. We just did a Zoom, and we did T20, like a T25. We all did the same workout. It was fun. It was just to try something. And we're definitely going to do it again, because it got people up on a Saturday morning and got their Saturday workout done. And it was really fun. It was really fun to do it together.
Good idea for Saturday, because I feel like Saturday is that day that people kind of fall off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we did it like kind of first thing, I think. Well, it was like 7 a.m. West Coast, 8 where I was, and then 9 where a bunch of our challengers were. So, I mean, that is hard when you have challengers like all over. You know, like I have a few challengers who are like in England, and they'll never be able to do a live workout with me, you know, unless they stay up really late. So there's something about that did like rev people up within my challenge group, which was super fun. I've also been seeing, I follow a couple of coaches who, I don't know if they do their power hour together, but I know that they have these blocks, these like 3 blocks during the day that they can all work out together. I think it's for their challenge groups. I don't know if it's other people on their team or not, but it's like either you're at the morning block, which is 6 a.m. or whatever, you're in the mid-morning block at 10, or you're in an evening block at 8 p.m. And everybody logs on and just mutes and does their own workout, but you're all doing it together.
I guess what I'm kind of trying to figure out how to overcome is showing that this is like an online virtual business in a lot of ways, but my personality is so like the type of person that loves spending time with people, and I kind of like get fired up. And I know some of my coaches are the same way. Every time I meet up with them, they're like, oh my gosh, I wish we did this more often, because now they're like re-energized again. And I feel like I want something that's like a daily thing where we can be together but not together, without having to call each coach individually and have a one-on-one phone call. Just have to find a way to kind of bridge the gap a little bit more. So it is totally online, virtual. Everyone kind of does their own thing, but there's that like community, and like we're this really strong group that we spend time together, even if it's like on a Zoom, like these calls basically. But
right,
I don't know. I'm still struggling with what I feel like, what I'm trying to say. But
no, I've
seen them too.
I think there's a lot of value in, I mean, when we're not doing team calls, when we went through a period where we just everyone was everywhere. And I feel like everybody's business felt it, which is kind of interesting, because I feel like there is something to be said about just being in like-minded conversations. Like sometimes when I'm with my girlfriends, it's like, I'm never going to just go down Beachbody land, because they're not going to understand. But when you can just talk it freely and know that like we're all on the same page and we all did the same power hour today, like it's just, there's a lot of value in that. And so I think it goes the same with the workouts. And maybe it's something we try like as a team. We have, and Terry, I don't think you know this, but we have a tribe of like 620 people, and it's where we all dump our challengers into. Everyone who's in like Brittany and I's teams, we just dump everybody in there. So if they've ever purchased a challenge pack at any point in the game, everybody goes in there. And it would probably be just saying to like that group of people, like, hey, this coming Saturday, if you need accountability to like get your workout in at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're all going to go live. Here's the link, and away we go, and see like how something like that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It might be something we should try.
I mean, I'm game to jump on board with that. I just like, I haven't been consistent about what time
I know
I do my things. And I kind of am at a point right now where I can't commit to doing the same time every day, unless it's like 4 a.m. because that's the only time that is consistent. I'm sleeping. So that's the only, like, I would totally be down, but I don't know if I could do something every day. If we wanted to try something like start out with once a week and I could try to commit to that, I would be totally down to like do something live that's other than a team call like this.
Yeah. I guess another side note that I kind of, I have like 11 coaches on my team, but like one that is actually coaching with me. And I guess what I'm trying to do is I invite all of them to these calls every week, but they're either just discount coaches or they're too afraid to say they want to. A couple of them are consistent with finding new people, but like they don't want to do this, but they keep finding new people and signing them up, but they don't want to do this. And so I feel like it's just they're afraid of what would happen if they said, okay, I want to do this, and then actively try to do it and fail at it. So I feel like I want something that's more casual because I keep inviting them to the team calls and none of them come. So I'm like, are they feeling like they're not at that level, so they don't belong on the call? Like, is there anything else that I can do besides call them and talk with them once in a while, or I mean weekly, about like, I don't know, without being pushy, because they're all friends, you know? It's like, come on already.
Right.
Like another avenue where it's like, look at this as a fun team. We're doing this together. We're not necessarily talking like about like things that would be scary to them. Maybe like I think you did it before, Kim. We did like a vision board call, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just something that's a little bit different that kind of gets them fired up, because when I meet up with them and we work out together, we'll go hiking or whatever, like a couple of us, and they seem like really into it, and then like I don't talk to them every day, and so then they kind of fall flat. And they're doing the workouts and they're drinking their shake every day, but they're just not like, you know, they have friends that want to sign up, and then they're like, I don't know, I talked to her last week, maybe I'll talk to her again next week. It's like, okay. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the casualness of like a live power hour. Andy, you've done live power hours before.
I've done live power hours before, and I feel like the people who get on them are always like, thank you, that really helps me like focus in on what to do. I can do that every day.
Sorry, you can. Oh, to be a mom of all boys. Yeah, and like I know Kelly's team does a lot of live, like they do live powers, I believe, every day. I guess I don't sit down consistently ever in my life and just power out a power hour. That's just not my reality, I think, is the hardest part.
Yeah, and I don't either. I mean, I'm not consistent. And the idea that I would say, let's do a live power hour every day, that's like terrifying because I don't do it consistently and my day changes. But I just keep coming back to something. I want to do something, and I'm not sure exactly what that looks like yet, but just kind of threw it out there.
Yeah, let me think about it.
What I've seen from other teams is they'll like put it open for a block, like maybe 4 hours, and people can come and go as they please, and you can, you know, do your power hour, do your workout, sort of whatever you want to do for that like accountability portion, and everyone just hops on and they like mute themselves. So that's what I've seen. Like they just open it for sort of more extended period of time rather than just an hour, so that you don't have to commit to a super specific time, more of just like a time range.
Right.
So is somebody sitting there for 4 hours?
That I don't know.
Yeah, that's what seems kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
that's a long time
Yeah.
to be sitting and chit-chatting.
Yeah, I should just message her and say, hey, how does this work? I mean, I always think they're going to be like, oh, whatever, you dumb coach. But maybe they're not. Maybe they're nice and they'll like explain to me how they do it and like what works and what doesn't work about it.
Yeah.
Chances are they will. I feel like every top coach that I've DM'd on Instagram to ask questions or to ask if I can use their stuff, they say yes.
I agree.
That's why it's Team Beachbody.
That's right. They give it all away. I mean, they kind of do when you really think about it. Everything is, all their team calls, we can go listen to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we're part of their team, but aren't, you know? Any other questions before we kind of wrap up? Concerns? Timing, scheduling, ideas?
Kim, are you planning on running another push group in September, like how we're doing the August push group?
Yeah, I think so. I've really liked it.
I've loved it. Like,
Yeah,
absolutely
I feel
loved
like it's been really good for me because it's getting me to find trainings as well, you know, that are like valuable. Did you listen to the one today?
No, I haven't yet.
It's really good. I was kind of surprised. It's Kim and Jamie Fitzpatrick, and they're just a dynamic couple. But I kind of have just a small crush on the two of them as a power couple. But it's fine. Maybe because they're Canadian and they're like rocking their worlds and they do it together and it's cute. That'll never be my life, but it's fine. We'll just pretend. Anyway, it's all about using objections as like objections. They talk nothing about objections for Shakeology and objections for challenge packs. And it's like, it's stuff I knew, but the way they describe it is just really fantastic and definitely worth listening to. So you'll like it. But yeah, I think I'm going to do that again. I think it's helpful. I think it's helpful just in the daily. I really like the daily sheet.
I love that. Like, because I kept saying like, oh, I really want to, you know, commit to this business, work this business. And when I did the new coach mentorship, it was helpful, like having something to check in with every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it like ended and I was like, well, I can still do those, but like I want it even more. And so I found it really helpful. And I even ended up like sharing the checklist with my coach, Christina. I was like, no, this is the push group I'm doing. Like, it's so fun. And she was like, oh, so.
Yeah, no, I think it's really helpful. I think it's really helpful for newer coaches. So like, if you end up signing somebody and they're like wanting to go, and I wouldn't say like a brand new, like right out of the gate, like once they've gone through the mentorship, I feel like, and for what she's talking about, we just did it. We're just doing a Vox and it's just maybe like 10 of us, maybe, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
But really like the rules of the Vox were like, you have to engage, like you have to participate. Otherwise, like I'm not going to put the effort in if there's no effort in return. And then I share a video training every day. We kind of talk about what the video training meant for us and how we plan on implementing it into our business. And then we fill out the Diamond Daily sheet. But it's been really helpful. It's just a random variety of all of us. So, but I feel like we glean, we ask questions, and it's been, really good. Okay. Well, I guess that's all. Andy, anything else?
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
For tonight. I don't think so. I missed the last little thing that you were talking about, but I'm sure you could fill me in, Kim, on what you're talking about. But I just wanted to finish my thought on the live power hours, and I think it kind of ties into what you guys were just talking about. I think it helps people zero in on the activities that you do to move your business forward every day. Everybody wants a checklist. They want to see how you do it. And it also provides an opportunity to share scripts and say, today, this is what I'm saying in my invite that I'm sending to however many people. So if that's something that would be helpful for you guys, I can certainly set one up and just see how it goes. You can invite your teams. You know, I'm always up for trying. I've never done them, you know, scheduled consistently. I've always just done them randomly when people have asked for them, but that's certainly something we could bring back and do. So let me know. I'm going to hop off because my kids are going to burn the house down, but I love you all. And I apologize. Next week, my husband will be home. It won't be like this.
You're totally fine. That's why we're Team Beachbody. Sorry, just laughing at our corny jokes. Okay, well, I'm going to unrecord here.